And here is your NBA Free Picks podcast for this Tuesday, January the 27th, brought to you by OffshoreInsiders.com. Joe Duffy's picks a sweet 2-1 last night. Only wise guy played Delaware State plus 12.5, losing by just one. Yeah, we thought that game was going to go into overtime, and you never know what's going to happen in overtime. But luckily, guy missed two free throws. Delaware State, if he hit 2 of 3, would have gone into overtime. But anyway, 68-47, 59.1%. If you're betting on your own, the only thing is the only thing that's logical would be that you want to keep the bookmakers in business for us. Got a college basketball side and an NBA side for tonight. The analysis on the NBA side will without question be the most mind-blowing burden of proof you've seen in a long time. Get it all now. OffshoreInsiders.com, Joe Duffy's picks. Here's some news and notes and some free picks for today. Cleveland and Detroit. Cleveland with a net rating of plus 17.6 in their last 5 games, compared to minus 1.0 for Detroit. Again, net rating, it's points per 100 possession, which measures offensive and defensive efficiency, and it measures the difference between offensive and defensive efficiency. Obviously, that positive rating is very good. Cavs are also led by a league-leading 118.8 points per 100 possessions in that span. Detroit allowing a 10th worst at 104.8 per 100 possessions in their last 5. Cleveland has covered 6 straight, the last 5 by 12.6 points per game average. And again, that is a margin of cover, not a margin of victory. Detroit, meanwhile, 4-16 against the spread as home underdogs off game. As underdogs, a free winner for today is to go with Cleveland. That is not a premium pick. These are not premium picks. They are free picks. Sometimes, though, we will give a premium pick as a free pick. Memphis and Dallas. Memphis playing back-to-back in 3 games in 4 days, while Dallas is well-rested. Washington and the Lakers. Lakers last 8 games, the 3rd worst net rating in the NBA at minus 10.7. They are 0-9. They've dropped 9 straight as an underdog to the number. Milwaukee against Miami. Milwaukee last 8 games, the 4th best net rating at plus 8.3, and the 4th best in their last 15 games at plus 8.1, so they're in a nice groove. The Bucks, the best defense their last 15 games, allowing just 91.7 points per 100 possessions. Miami has gone under 11 straight by 17.1 points per game in their last 10. Miami under 13-2, with 12 of those under by 8.5 or more. Miami and Milwaukee are 2 of the top 3 under teams in the NBA. That's based on margin of cover. And both have gone under at a 27-17 rate this season, but again, trending under recently. As far as against the spread, Miami 0-10 off of a home win. Meanwhile, Milwaukee is 15-2 as a dog off of a loss. But your official pick here is Miami under. So we have 2 free picks on this podcast, Cleveland Cavaliers and the Miami game to go under the total. Again, folks, we ask you to support this podcast. If you like this free information and you want us to do it every single day, we've gotten good feedback so far. And, of course, you know, when people buy our picks and say, we heard you on the podcast, that obviously helps more than anything. We've got a few people that have done that. But to support this, whether you're a fantasy basketball player, you like to bet on your own, etc., and you're not ready to become a Sharpie and bet with Joe Duffy's picks yet, could you at least go to either wherever you're listening to us, iTunes or Stitcher, or if you're listening to our simulcast on YouTube, give us a like on YouTube. On the other places, iTunes or Stitcher, please give us a rating. Give us the highest rating possible. Our experts tell us that if we get a bunch of high ratings, that will help us show up in the searches, and that'll give us more exposure. The more exposure we get, of course, the more podcast we are going to do. OffshoreInsiders.com has your portfolio for tonight. If you like to win, www.offshoreinsiders.com, www.offshoreinsiders.com.
Call 1-888-FARMERS to switch, and you could save an average of $470 on your auto insurance. That's a lot of money in just a few minutes. With savings like that, you could be lounging on an impractical amount of ornate and overpriced throw pillows you bought for your couch. But you won't, because you're better with money than that. That's why you're calling us in the first place. Call 1-888-FARMERS to get a quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Based on average nationwide annual savings survey dated July to December 2020. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.